Hey y'all, in this video I'm going to be talking about how to make inferences. This is our very first recorded video lesson, so you'll see that as we go you're going to answer some questions as we learn. Okay? Our objective for this video is I can make inferences using background knowledge and textual evidence. Now, whether or not you realize it, you make inferences all the time using background knowledge you already have and evidence that you have in front of your face. When I make inferences, they help me make better decisions in all parts of my life. For example, I make inferences when I'm with my friends. If my friend Sierra, for example, tells me that she's feeling very tired, I know that when we're deciding what to do, she's not going to want to go to the park for 4 hours, or she's not going to do something that involves a lot of running around. I can make an inference that she's probably too tired to do some of those activities. I make inferences when I'm teaching to make sure that my students are getting the information that they need. So we make inferences all the time, even without thinking about it. Let's do an example together. So if we look at this picture, we can make an inference. What day is it in this picture? What day is it? Yeah, we can infer it's Michael B. Jordan's birthday. So we'll come back to this picture in a second. But first, let's think about what really is an inference. An inference is an educated guess. So it's not just a random guess, it's a guess that comes with information. And when you make an inference, you infer. So if you ever hear that word infer, that means it's the verb. Something is asking you to make an inference. Okay, we can see that word infer inside of the word inference. So when we make an inference, we kind of do a math equation, right? There are two pieces that we add together in order to equal an inference. So the first thing that we need to add together is our evidence. That's what we read or what we saw, right? That's what we definitely know for sure. The other piece of the equation is background knowledge. Those are things that we already know. Maybe from earlier in a text, maybe from our own experience, or something someone has already taught us. So those two things together, our evidence plus our background knowledge, equals an inference. So if we go back to that picture with Michael B. Jordan, our evidence is, first of all, that we can recognize Michael B. Jordan's face. We see there's a cake, and we see that there's candles. Okay, that's our evidence. That's what we can definitely see. Our background knowledge is that on our birthdays, we have cake and candles. We blow out those candles, right? That's something we've known for a long time. That's our background knowledge. So with those two pieces together, our evidence and our background knowledge, we can infer, or we can make an inference that it's Michael B. Jordan's birthday. All right. Now we'll do an example using a text. Okay, this is something that you will see often in our ELA class. So first we need to read our question. Our question asks, infer, what problem is Jade having? Okay, so as we think before we read, we need to think about what is the exact problem. It's not going to tell us exactly. We need to make that educated guess or that inference to figure out what problem she's having. All right, let's start to read from this first word, struggling. Struggling to open her eyes, Jade looked up at the clock. 9:45, she shouted. Oh no. She jumped out of bed and grabbed her computer. As she started logging on, she brushed her teeth and threw on some clothes. Her heart was racing as she clicked join class. Okay, so let's think about what evidence we have about the problem Jade is having. So we know it's a problem that she wakes up and it's 9:45, right? She says 9:45, oh no, that's evidence that she's having a problem. There's also evidence, right, that her heart was racing as she clicked join class. So her heart's racing, that usually tells us we're feeling nervous or overexcited. Now, our background knowledge tells us that if she's logging on to something, she's joining class. All right, so we know that she is trying to join a virtual class or has a virtual meeting, right? That's our background knowledge. We know those words about logging on, joining class. She needs to grab her computer. So even though it doesn't tell us, we can use background knowledge to figure out that she has virtual school soon, okay? So that means our inference is what? What problem is she having? Yep, her problem is that she's late for school. So now you guys are going to get some practice on your own. You must complete the inference assignment 9-10 in Canvas. So after you finish this video, you're going to click next and join the self-paced Nearpod activity. You must enter your real name so that you can receive credit for this assignment. You'll complete all activities in that Nearpod, and then you will be set for the day. Any questions, you can always reach out to Mr. Cross or Miss Shanahan. Have an awesome rest of your day, y'all.